Welcome to the channel. I've got a new set of tires to put on this Daihatsu mini truck. I'm going to take these tires off, sandblast the rims, prime and paint them, and I'm going to use an old school trick when I paint these. Let's get started. Wheels are all sandblasted. I took 80 grit on the finish sander, cleaned up these edges, and there's a few specks of rust here and there. I'm going to go over the cleaning strip disc. I'm going to be using Rust-Oleum self-etch primer on these wheels. I let the wheels dry overnight. I'm going to give them a quick sand with a gray scuff pad. So I'm painting it out behind the shop. That paint is real sticky. It's better to spray it outside if you can. And I'm using SEM world-class DTM primer. This is a 4-to-1 ratio, 4 parts epoxy, 1 part hardener, and you can go 1 part reducer. I may go just a little bit more reducer to thin it out. and I'm using my old Binks Model 62. I don't know if the tack rag is absolutely necessary, being it's getting painted outside. I'm using tractor paint for these wheels. This is Magic Town and Country, and I bought it at Rural King. And I believe this is an alkyd enamel. Yeah, heavy duty alkyd enamel. I used to see that years ago. Disler used to make an enamel called alkyd enamel, and it's a different resin that they use in it. It's supposed to be a little more durable, takes a little longer to dry. I'm going to heat this paint up on this hot plate, and that's an old school trick from years ago when all your enamel was real slow drying. There wasn't any hardeners for it. Dulux is one that comes to mind that I used years ago. Sometimes you don't even need to reduce it once it's been heated up, but I'm going to probably put a little reducer in it anyway. And this stuff may expand in the can, so I've got an extra clean can. I'm going to dump part of it in, set them on this hot plate. With this tractor paint, you could actually thin it out with lacquer thinner if you want. I've done that before. And I've got some leftover alkyd enamel hardener that I bought years ago. And that's when I painted my old bulldozer. Probably better put it on low. That's kind of hot, 580 degrees. So I'm going to let those sit for a little bit, heat up, and then we'll mix it. About 165. This one has a little bit less in it, 160. I think that's warm enough. I see a little bit of smoke coming out of there, or steam. I'm going to warm that cup up a little bit too. Now I want to see if this is, how much this expands from the heat. See if I can fill that back up. Yep, there's still some in here. So yeah, it does expand. Years ago, you really didn't worry too much about your reducer, your paint, your hardener if you used it. Actually, this one right here has, ooh, that cup is hot. The cup is marked right here, 1:1, 2:1, 3:1. And the rule of thumb, if you were painting enamel, you'd usually go to 2:1. Your reducer would come up to about right here. And if you're going to use some hardener, you just use those 2 marks, put your paint to here, your hardener up to the 3-to-1, and then your reducer, and that's all there was to it. And we're going to do this whole thing old school. We're just dumping it in here. I can see my marks in there, but I'm not going to mix up a full quart. I won't need it. So we're just going to eyeball everything. A little bit of hardener. There's my reducer. One of the reasons guys used to heat their paint up years ago, the old enamel would stay wet for a long time and it was prone to runs. And also it's supposed to help the paint flow out a little bit better, give a better finish. Now this is alkyd enamel. One of the characteristics of alkyd is that it does stay wet a little bit longer too, and it's supposed to hold a little bit better shine. And this stuff looks like it's wet. It's so slick, come out real smooth. Paint on the wheels makes the truck look a lot better. I'm happy with that. That's an old school paint hack. Hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.